second edition of the WASH Fair. The maiden edition was held in 2021, and it was themed Powering Innovations Towards Achieving an Open Defecation-Free Nigeria. And it was a huge success. This year, we have a special theme, Innovating for Sustainable Growth in the WASH Sector. I'd like to especially thank our sponsors, IHS Towers and FMDQ, because through their efforts and through their support, new companies with innovative capabilities will be birthed to help Nigeria solve this critical challenge of poor sanitation and inadequate access to clean water. So the future is here, and these are exciting times in Nigeria. So can I ask that we please celebrate our sponsors with a warm round of applause? Thank you. This morning, we're gathered to celebrate innovative ideas that are aimed towards making a healthier, cleaner, and invariably a more sustainable Nigeria. It therefore gives me great pleasure one more time to welcome you to what promises to be an exciting and much more an impactful day. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2023 edition of the WASH Innovation Fair. Now, as we move on very quickly without much further ado, because we have the Honorable Minister here, we understand how precious his time is, but we appreciate that he's here because this shows that he's extremely passionate about this, and we're really excited to have him here. He was here 2021, you know, from beginning till the end. His support has helped us to achieve a lot, and so we're looking forward to even much more this year. So thank you very much again, Honorable Minister, for being here. Thank you. Now, when we have a gathering like this, it's not in my place as the MC to do the official welcome. I'd love to welcome a gentleman who will do the official welcome to today. The chairman of Financial Center for Sustainability will be doing the official welcome. He's someone that I like to call him Mr. Sustainability. He's very passionate about this sector. He's unfortunately not here, Mr. Bola Onodele Koko, the CEO of FMDQ. However, he'll be ably represented by Mr. Emmanuel Etadire. Can we please make him welcome with a warm round of applause as he delivers the welcome address on behalf of Mr. Bola Onodele.
Thank you, Moji. Your Excellency, the Honorable Minister for Water Resources, Engineer Suleiman Hussein Adamu, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I wish to specially welcome all of you to this great occasion. And it's my pleasure as one of the organizers to also recognize those from the diplomatic community, those from the US Consulate, from the Netherlands Consulate, from the Danish Consulate. Thank you very much for your support. On behalf of the Governance Board of the Financial Center for Sustainability Lagos and the Board of FMDQ Group, I am delighted to welcome you to the second edition of the Water, Sanitation and Hygiene Open Innovation Fair organized by FC4S Lagos, the Nigeria Climate Innovation Center, with the support of IHS Nigeria Limited and FMDQ. WASH refers to water, sanitation, and hygiene. It is an essential component of public health, economic development, and poverty reduction. It is heartening to note that Nigeria, as a government or as a people, are now taking steps, significant steps and strides, to see how we can improve access to clean water in recent years. The statistics read by the MC are daunting, and they lead us to think about how we're going to tackle such a deep problem. But we're glad to say that the government is actually taking steps. It's announced in 2018 the WASH Action Plan, and also announced its commitment to end open defecation, of ensuring that these targets are achieved. We've worked with him on several occasions on projects and initiatives in this respect. He's been ably supported by the organized private sector in WASH, led by Dr. Nicholas Igwe, an award-winning scientist in the water space. The work of these two honorable gentlemen in trying to get Nigeria to be open, the enviable toga of being the worst country in the world for access to sanitation services. They're also working towards ensuring that clean water is available to every single human being, including the children that are exposed to waterborne diseases. At the hackathon yesterday, which preceded this event, one one of the first presenters mentioned that he lost his sister to cholera. Poor access to water, yes. And that's what motivated him to come up with a technological idea, a smart idea that can help to make water more available to communities in the north where he comes from. Those are the kind of people that want to inspire with this program. This year's program or event is meant to identify these challenges and then support the SMEs, like that smart guy yesterday that presented. I hope he wins today. I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to support him, but I was taken, aback with the kind of stress he faced from losing his sister to cholera, and 1,000 deaths each year, attributed to waterborne diseases. This year we're supporting SMEs with smart ideas, the most practically implementable ideas that can contribute to the end of open defecation and make clean water available to all Nigerians. We're supporting them with 3.5 million naira each. 5 of them will get that seed money to take the ideas from just an ideation stage to. We have contacted government, international organizations, and we are particularly honored that all of them collaborated, supported us. We're indeed very grateful to the minister who took his time, in spite of his very tight schedule, to ensure that he's a part of today's occasion. He did this in 2021. He was very patient with us, went through the exhibition himself, and encouraged the smart SMEs that came up with those ideas. He's back again this year to do that. Can we please just recognize him and applaud him for his concern? I will close by, reminding every one of us of the words of the late Kofi Annan, the former Secretary General of the United Nations, who once said that access to water is a fundamental human right, and that the world has a duty to ensure that everyone has access to safe, clean drinking water. Once again, my gratitude goes to IHS Towers Nigeria, to all our sponsors, FMDQ, our partners, the diplomatic community, the financial sector partners, the government of Lagos State, led by Dr. Dolapo. She promised to deliver a team of participants, and they came in very early, a bus load. Can we applaud her for that? So we're encouraged, and we'll keep on doing what we're doing. We thank you for being here. We encourage you to sit back, enjoy the event, and we believe that together we can create that positive change that the water sector in Nigeria deserves to have, and make Nigeria open, defecation-free, in line with the targets set by the federal government. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Emmanuel, for that warm welcome. Indeed, I'm excited about the wash sector in Nigeria because with conversations like this and with our brilliant minds, especially at the hackathon yesterday, we are certain that the future is bright, and all of these things, we can work together to achieve number 6 United Nations SDG even before 2030. So we're excited about it. Thank you so much. Thank you again, FMDQ Group. Thank you, IHS Nigeria. Now, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we have an interesting lineup for you today. And to kickstart that, we will take a few goodwill messages from some of our partners and dignitaries who are here. To officially start the goodwill messages, it's my honor to bring up the Chief Corporate Services Officer of one of our sponsors. Now, these people don't just talk the talk. At the Ceres Awards last year, they won several awards for contributing significantly to sustainability. So they are not just here for show. They actually mean what they say, and they do what they mean. So it's my honor to bring up Mr. Dapo Otunla, the Chief Corporate Services Officer at IHS Nigeria, for the first goodwill message today. Is that how we're going to celebrate our sponsor? I mean, people who have been championing this cause and are doing it very deliberately and intentionally. Thank you very much, Mr. Dapo.
His Excellency, the Honorable Minister for Water Resources, Engineer Suleiman Hussein Adamu, representatives of the various embassies and missions present, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, all protocols duly observed. I bid you good morning. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to this auspicious occasion, the second edition of our water sanitation and conditions result in increased vulnerability to waterborne diseases. Meant to end open defecation in Nigeria by 2025. We committed to support the Clean Nigeria initiative launched by the Federal Ministry of Water Resources by adopting various locations across Nigeria. This initiative is aimed at achieving an open defecation-free society, as well as implementing initiatives targeted at long-term impact. On this backdrop, we have facilitated WASH programs across 138 communities, reaching 3 million people. More so, we revamped over 6,500 WASH facilities in CFCI wards in Cross Rivers and Bauchi states, constructed 161 taps, and maintained over 60 water sources across communities, leading to a 70% reduction in repair downtime to water resources. Accordingly, we had a WASH neglected tropical diseases integration through a partnership with the END Fund, whose primary objective is to end neglected tropical diseases to more than 300,000 people. While I am tremendously proud of IHS's sustainability efforts, our belief is that innovation and technology, innovation fair, and Nigerians with great ideas to revolutionize the sector. As we enjoy today's event in earnest, let us remember that improving water access are key to improving the WASH sector's development in Nigeria, and it is our responsibility, all of us, to play our part in making this become a reality. I therefore implore you to reach out to your respective organizations and others to see how you can contribute positively to support this laudable initiative. I thank you all for your time and wish us all fruitful deliberations. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dapo Otunla. Thank you for reeling out the numbers, very impressive. And I think what that does unconsciously is also inspire us to do better as individuals and as corporate organizations that are seated here. So thank you. Indeed, it's our collective responsibility to achieve progress in the WASH sector in Nigeria. Thank you. Now, coming up next, we have another goodwill message, and this will be delivered by a gentleman who works really hard. A gentleman that has contributed, not just to his country, but also to Nigeria. I'm speaking about the Deputy High Commissioner, Canadian Embassy, Nigeria. Please let's make welcome Mr. Teshome Nkrumah for the next goodwill message. Thank you.
Honorable Minister, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I too stand on existing protocol, but I must say that what an honor it is for me to be here, as the WASH sector is both a personal passion of mine, as well as an area of tremendous interest and activity for Canada. And so I'm honored to deliver this goodwill message on behalf of the High Commission, and indeed on behalf of the people of Canada. The objective of the WASH Innovation Fair is to harness the creative capabilities of SMEs in Nigeria to solve WASH sector challenges through innovative products and services. I therefore applaud the organizers of the Nigeria Climate Innovation Center, the Financial Center for Sustainability, and their partners for today's program. I'd also like to commend the Federal Ministry of Water Resources on their commitment to Sustainable Development Goal number 6, clean water and sanitation for all. The Federal Ministry of Water Resources, Water Sanitation, Hygiene, National Outcome Routine Mapping Report, published in 2021, shows that 10% of Nigeria's population has access to integrated essential WASH services. I think this fact should be a call to arm for all of us to redouble our efforts to advance universal access to safe water and sanitation in Nigeria. NCIC is doing an impressive job with their 4-stage program, the Embryo Hatch Altitude Acceleration Venture Building Program. It has unlocked creative ideas that have saved the environment from over 15,000 metric tons of emissions and impacted over 450 businesses. We also recognize the commitment of the government of Nigeria in its various initiatives to address the shortcomings in the WASH sector. For example, the development of the National Action Plan for the revitalization of the WASH sector, the Partnership for Expanded Program on WASH, the institutionalization of the WASH National Routine Outcome Mapping, and the Sustainable Urban and Rural WASH Program, among others. Canada supports Nigeria's commitment to achieving SDG 6 by integrating WASH program into our education, health, and humanitarian assistance efforts here in Nigeria. For example, we support the UNICEF Nutrition and WASH services in Northwest Nigeria. That's Katsina, Sokoto, and Zamfara State. This program reduced the vulnerability of internally dispersed persons to cholera outbreaks. Canada also provides WASH facilities in Northeast Nigeria, which has made schools there healthier. Now, outside of that, Canada is also a global leader in the development of advanced water and wastewater technologies. I had the pleasure of meeting a gentleman from an engineering firm here today who was actually the representative of one of these Canadian technologies. And water and wastewater happens to be a leading subsector for Canadian clean technology exports. There's the Center for Affordable Water and Sanitation Technology, which is hosted in Canada and is a global center of excellence in WASH. This center teaches people around the world how to get safe drinking water, sanitation, and hygiene in their homes using simple, affordable technologies. Now, being familiar with the incredible talent of the Nigerian youth, I long to see innovators here at this hackathon today leverage Canada's expertise in artificial intelligence, big data, and the Internet of Things to tackle challenges in the WASH sector. In fact, the world has taken notice of Nigeria's dynamic startup ecosystem. And global incubators, including those from Canada, are making significant financial investments that help these startups to scale. And that's why I think it is so smart of the organizers of this event to unleash this incredible dynamism and creativity that we're seeing in the startup space and in the entrepreneurial space in Nigeria here on the challenges that you face in the WASH sector. I know that we all are very excited, I personally am, to see what the innovators create out of this hackathon. Because, in fact, it has the potential to save lives and save thousands, perhaps millions of people from debilitating illnesses. And so I look forward to the WASH Open Innovation Fair. I thank you very much for inviting me here today, and I very much look forward to the creations that will come out of this conference. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Deputy High Commissioner of Canada, Mr. Teshome Nkrumah. Coming up next for a goodwill message, we have the Deputy Consul General and Head of Economic Team, Netherlands Embassy. Please let's make welcome Ms. Leonie van der Stil. A round of applause for her. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure to be here. Thanks also to you, Honorable Minister for Water Resources, and to Lagos State Government, Dr. Fashawi, and the team that you pulled into the room today. I'd like to also recognize the organization here today, Mr. Emmanuel Etadei, thank you so much, Mr. Bola Onadele Koko. Bringing smart minds together with a hackathon, I think, is a brilliant idea because we need that innovation to move forward. In order for us to reach the Sustainable Development Goal for water and sanitation before 2030, we need to scale up what's working while bringing new parties with new perspective to the table to combine them with existing knowledge and existing experience. Include commitments on political will to bring water and sanitation to everybody with innovative solutions by working together. And 3, find ways to enable financiers to break silos and crowd in other actors. Because we know money talks. And that economic perspective is something that's really smart to bring into the WASH space as well. For the water, sanitation, and hygiene agenda, an economic approach is crucial. The sanitation economy in Nigeria, according to the Sanitation and Hygiene Fund report, has the potential to more than double from the current $6.1 billion to $14.2 billion in 2030. That is a lot of money. So unlocking economic growth, livelihoods and returns, as well as social impacts for people, especially for women and girls, and for the planet. That's what's at stake here. And Nigeria has made significant strides. For example, through the Clean Nigeria Use the Toilet campaign. Still, there's a need for increased participation by partners and investors to play a key role in the efforts to achieve the campaign goal of ending open defecation in Nigeria by 2025. This campaign is, amongst other reasons, successfully generating demand for toilets. However, there's still economic potential to explore there. The supply and market elements of the value chain remain underdeveloped, and they therefore hold space to it. The Netherlands has been invested in the WASH agenda for several decades now. We're committed to providing safe water to 30 million people and clean toilets to 50 million people before 2030. In the last 10 years, we spent almost 2 billion euros on the WASH agenda globally. And we believe access to safe drinking water, improved sanitation, and promotion of hygiene are essential for a healthy, dignified existence for everybody. They contribute to better school attendance rates, for example, among girls in particular, because girls don't go to school if they don't have a place to relieve themselves. They lead to higher productivity and lower healthcare costs as well. So we've been investing as a donor. At the same time, we recognize that we need transformation for us as well in our funding approach, in how we can help partners scale up, how we deliver essential services. So seeing this WASH space as an economic opportunity for people, for communities, and for countries, that's what holds the key. This is no longer about putting in time